Hello guys and welcome to our first Monovizi Podcast. So today we will be talking about a very interesting topic which I think everyone could be interested in this topic, which is very stupid to say, but we do have this in our daily life, and which is mindset. We will talk deeply about mindset, how mindset affects us, how mindset affects success, how mindset can make you someone who is rich, who is successful, and how mindset can destroy you as an individual. Hey, I have today three very interesting guests with me. They are my brothers.
I was about to say guests.
Yes.
We're your brothers, my G.
Together we created this concept which is Monovizi, and which will be the main title of our podcast. I have David with me, I have Roy and Joel. Okay, so I will start with my first question.
By the way, before we continue,
Yeah.
it would be an honor if you could serve us, since this is our first podcast.
I would love to.
The Prosecco.
Alright.
This is not a sponsor, by the way.
Nope.
It's just our...
For me, I'll have water, by the way. Thank you for asking.
You would like to have water?
I know you want to.
So you had certain questions that you were about to ask us.
Yes, and I will discuss the most interesting topic about mindset,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is the thing that created our mindset.
Yeah.
The thing that created us.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so we have two different mindsets, in my opinion, which are poor mindsets and rich mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say poor and rich, I'm not talking specifically about money or the amount of wealth you have. How do you make your mindset rich?
Exactly, because you can be poor, but still have a rich mindset.
Exactly.
And rich doesn't mean rich in economical or wealthy in finances. You can be rich and still broke in your wallet. If the mindset is healthy, then you're always rich. And you don't have to, like,
Thank you, sir.
if we're talking a little bit about it, like rich doesn't mean having this whole bank or multiple Lambos. It's about, I mean, you can be rich and live at a farm with your children, like be how do you say that?
Self-sufficient.
Yeah, self-sustaining. Like you can
you
plant
sustain
your
yourself.
own food, you can have your own animals.
Yeah.
But what is the question again? Sorry.
So, what is the difference between the rich mindset and the poor mindset? I want to, like, what defines a rich mindset
Mm-hmm.
and what defines a poor mindset? Now, explain to me what a rich mindset should be, and it doesn't have to do. It doesn't have to do with money,
your
I think,
finances. Yeah, exactly.
with my finances, but my mindset is rich. So, whatever situation I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
my mindset is rich, my mindset is good, it's
Yeah.
powerful. I'll bring myself out of this situation. And I think every one of us has some shit in his life. But I think mindset is powerful. If your mindset is powerful, you can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But what is a poor mindset if we talk about money? What do you think about it, Roy?
You're waking up late, by the way. Cheers, lads.
Cheers. Thank you for giving me some time to think. What is a poor mindset? Financial-wise?
Financial-wise.
Oh, poor mindset, financial-wise. I would say...
I would say not keeping track of your finances, right?
I think it's like not keeping track in your
Like you don't know,
or
you don't
not
know what's
doing
happening.
anything to get any finance.
Yeah, there's no report.
There's no income.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
There's no income.
Yeah.
That's why you get a poor mindset, financial-wise.
I think it's about the spending more.
Also,
How you spend your money,
Yeah.
how you deal with your money. That creates, and the shift between a poor mindset to a rich mindset, financial wise, and also another complicated stuff. But let's talk about money now. So financial wise, the shift is difficult because
Yeah.
the education you get about money is mostly from your environment and your parents. And then when you want to shift, you will have to have another network. How do you think about that, Joe?
Well, personally speaking, my immediate surrounding was structured when it came to the financials, but my broader environment we're not used to sustainable wealth. That is something a lot of people where I come from or my environment, they especially lacked. So that's why I always was curious about different environments. How does it help me elevate, especially in the mindset? Because you have to first start with your mind, your perspective, and then you can grow further. That's how I view it.
I think the most thing is that we all can agree on, especially David as well, because it's actually kind of his quote. You can still feel rich and have money. You can feel rich, but at the same time be poor, because you're spending like on 1,000 irrelevant stuff.
Yeah.
So you're just spending. So
Irrelevant
then-
subscriptions even, right? Netflix or
exactly,
whatever.
Exactly. So you can still be rich but be poor at the same time, because you're like spending on like bullcrap actually.
So like things that you don't even need, just like it's for the fun, and that's the
Exactly.
fun part. Is also something that
And if we go even deep to the poor mindset, it's like, okay, so you have Netflix, you have all those subscriptions, you have all those things in your life that literally waste your time, waste your mindset. You're getting propaganda even. They're feeding you to be lazy and everywhere, like the billboards, McDonald's, everything. So I feel like a poor mindset would be, first of all, not recognizing those issues. So you're like non-aware that you're getting fucked actually. Like you don't even realize that. That is like a poor mindset. But even having those subscriptions is literally influencing your time. People don't realize that they actually have a lot of time. And I think if you talk about poor mindset, it's not even knowing how to structure your time in general,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
We even did that, the funny thing, right? 8 plus 8 plus 8 rule. So like 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 hours you divide that in certain aspects like family, food, yourself, going to the gym.
Yeah.
And I feel like having 8 hours of work, like pure work mode, you can accomplish so many things. It's crazy.
yeah, of course, and also the fact that you still have these 8 hours, and which these 8 hours I work on myself. These 8 hours I work on my self improvement. Of course, there is time for some fun, some family issues.
Yeah.
But I purely use these 8 hours for me as a starter. I want to become better, so I use it for my skill set, which is something that's very important.
But also the 8 hours,
Yeah.
not exactly putting yourself in a 9 to 5 mentality. There's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5 mentality.
There's nothing wrong. Nothing
But-
wrong at all.
It's just working on self-improvement, and that first starts with your mind, because the mind is the computer.
Yep.
The mind is the headboard of the whole operation of how your life goes.
Exactly. So you also have to go deep, right? Like, what am I feeding my computer with?
Exactly.
Like, you have to think about your food patterns, your how do you drink, what do you smoke? Like, everything has to be taken accountable for.
If you have to see your body or your life as an engine,
Yep.
what gas do you put in there?
Exactly. You don't want to see a dude driving a Lambo. You want to be the Lambo.
Oh,
You want to
that's
be
powerful.
like, people should look at you like the Lambo, right? People
This
should
is
look
going
at
on
you.
Instagram. Be the Lambo.
Yeah. You have to be like, people should be like, okay, this man is like, not like showing off rich. He takes care of his body. Like, he is taken care of. This goes with your haircut, the way you look, like being charming, whatever.
Yep.
It checks out all the things.
And it doesn't do it for attention.
No, exactly. And some people, they could even argue like, oh yeah, but I have anxiety, I have this, I have that. Everything can be fixed. Like, it's by doing you can improve with everything in your life.
Of course.
You shouldn't be afraid if you see people being successful, or like, oh, I couldn't stand there on stage, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. You should change your way of thinking. Right? I can, and I will, and I'm gonna improve myself on a daily basis.
And do you know what was something that I saw as the biggest change for myself? Is that instead of looking at people, a lot of people do this, they see someone they consider better than them or look up to them, they immediately create this gap in their mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I must do so much to reach this place. No, I always look at a person in admiration instead of jealousy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, what can I learn from this person? how can I grow
That's the
by
shift.
adapting?
That's the shift I'm
Definitely.
talking about. And when you
Exactly.
shift, he mentioned time. When you shift, you realize you wasted a lot of fucking time,
Exactly.
and then time becomes your best investment. Okay. So in that case, if we're speaking about time, I wasted a lot of time actually. I'm now 23 years old, and I've spent a lot of time gaming.
I think we all have.
We all have,
all
but
wasted
I
time.
said like I did too much of that, and then the shift is very difficult to have.
You realize, like,
You
hold on a
like,
second.
Hold on a second. Where am I going?
Yep.
And then the moment when you get an idea and begin working on yourself, that's when you realize everything.
But okay, that is the first step. That's how I always viewed my progress. The first step is your perspective. What are you? Where are you at actually? So you are at the point of, okay, I recognize I wasn't living in the best pattern, but okay, I'm already making progress because I'm recognizing it.
You see the progress.
Usually that's people want to change, but they're like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. It starts with a mindset. If you're already recognizing that, okay, there are some things going wrong here, and you can point them out.
Adjust yourself.
Exactly.
Exactly, and the problem is as well, like, people want to go fast, right? You
Always.
can't. Like, okay, so you recognize your problem, you recognize the issue. Now just focus on those things. You don't have to, like, if you realize, like, I'm eating fast food too much, don't think about earning money before fixing the issue. Just start with fixing the issue with small baby steps.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It takes a baby a year to walk.
There's something that's interesting I would like to share with you. So me and Roy, we worked together for a while, and I asked Roy about something. Roy is very involved in trading and crypto, by the way. So I asked Roy, do you know Lux Algo? He knows the indicators. And I was like watching some TikTok videos of Lux Algo while how they make the trades, some strategy stuff. And I asked Roy, like, okay, he's involved in trading, you should have seen that. Then I discovered, okay, Roy, he doesn't even have TikTok. So that's also something. It's not like TikTok is bad, but it's how you use it. But I think it's a time waster. And someone as Roy who has built himself up from nothing.
Exactly. And you should also, like, people should realize those companies, like, if we're talking about TikTok or Instagram, whatever, like, these are literally made to dopamine kick you.
So they want to sell you.
Exactly, they need you there.
So
it's their revenue. They need to know more about you.
So why I'm sharing this, because I want to ask Roy a very personal question, which is, how did you shift your mindset to that?
Well, Roy.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's listen.
How much time we have got?
Yeah.
How did I shift my mindset?
So yeah,
Like
so when he realized with the that all those things wasted his time.
Yeah, so like, if I could, I am someone who really wants to detach from social media, and I'm trying to do it for a while. I do still waste a period of time on that.
Well, don't
But
open
you-
your phone.
Yeah.
It's easy as that. Don't open your phone. What's
Yeah,
the
but that
first
can
thing you
be
do at the
really
morning?
difficult because a lot of people do it at the morning. I don't do it in the morning, but I do it when I am traveling. Let's say when I'm traveling, I am on my phone, and sometimes I said, okay, let's read books, but I can't ignore my phone. But the thing is that I want to talk about is what shifted your mindset from someone who has a poor mindset to someone who has rich mindset, and that was only the example, the phone example.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of things actually that put me down while scrolling on my phone, like Facebook, Instagram, all those social media platforms, because there's so much negativity in those things, and so much things that can drag you along all the way down, actually.
Can I add something to
Yeah.
that? One bad influence that I noticed that social media has, especially on me, is that in real life I don't do comparisons, but all that scrolling, inadvertently you're gonna start comparing your life
Exactly.
to the
Yeah.
dopamine fix that you're getting, and that is automatically gonna have you depressed.
But do you realize something, that although we are trying to get away from it, we all scroll, even for 5 minutes a
Everyone
day.
does.
Yeah.
And that's very dangerous because that shit got into us, into our minds.
And there are a lot of like bad shit you shouldn't watch, which is gonna control your mindset. But there are also like the good parts of it, like how, like you said before, how do you use your TikTok, for example, for what purposes?
Yeah, exactly. You can.
So there are a lot of good things like motivational quotes. We send each other like a lot of DMs, but it's all motivation, like as if in the brotherhood things or
It's like
work-wise.
it's lifting your spirit up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
As long as you
it's-
don't get addicted to
it depends how you use it.
it.
And
Depends on
which crowd are you actually following, or are you going to follow yourself, or all the people that are on social media?
I actually asked Danny. Unfortunately, he's not here now. I asked Danny like, "Hey, how do you actually use social media?" I asked him this like a couple of days ago. He was like, "Well, my YouTube shorts are with Holland's Top Got Talent or whatever it's called, Shark Tank, and some other stuff like how do you pick up girls, whatever. It's
Nice.
dumb shit there on university. How do you pick up?" So I'm like, Danny, like, shouldn't you, like, your algorithm is then just wasted, right?
Yeah.
Because why are you looking at Holland Scott? I know it's funny. You're using it for comedic purposes. And we were also talking like back and forth as in like how it affects our life. I believe if you want to ask a question, especially for the viewers, right? Like how do you change that shift or mindset? I don't believe it's about changing the mindset. It's about recognizing the issue, right? When you're scrolling, most of the times, let's say 2 years ago, I just found myself like almost stoned, like 2 hours in scrolling.
Yeah.
I felt like a zombie.
All zoned in.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm just sitting in a car, like I want to go to bed. And before I was going to bed, I was just scrolling. I was like, the fuck am I doing here?
And so especially when you're trying to escape something.
Yep.
I've had that really with gaming. Gaming is nice and everything, but I was someone who just put hours and hours into gaming.
And did
without
you
realizing-
realize your mind was even attacking you? As in like, oh, but this is good for you. Or you're getting hyper... Like, the mind is
Yeah.
also tricking you, right?
You get
Into
to
your
do-
And
addiction.
I was happy about it.
What if I get
didn't wanna
rich with
change
it?
that.
What if I go to the top leagues? What if I get diamond and this and ranking?
Yeah.
Oh, what about if I could be a YouTube streamer, Twitch,
Yeah.
get
Mind game,
revenue?
yeah.
And I believe with everything, like the mind, it's a pretty powerful tool. And I think we go back to the conversation we had, like how do you feed the mind then?
Yeah.
So if you want to start with the shift, I'm sorry, Joel.
Go.
If you want to start with the shift, I think one of the most important things to do is going to the gym. That's what I was about
Oh, yeah.
to ask Joel, because this guy.
Oh, this
has
man has a
some
story to
ways.
tell.
Man,
This guy has a story
big
to
story
tell.
Gym
to tell,
legend.
which
Gym
I would
rat.
It's a
get.
dark story. It's like all over the place.
Gym rat.
Where do you
Yeah.
even start with this
The
shit?
mic is yours.
Well,
He showed me a picture today, by the way.
I
Maybe
saw
you
it.
can even
Yeah.
show the audience
Yeah.
if you want.
I'll show it.
We
I'll
will
put it
edit
on the
it in.
screen.
yeah.
Yeah, put it on screen.
For me personally, okay. A few years ago, I could say 5 years ago, if I have to give somewhat of a time frame, I was very fat. And of course, what comes with that, also very depressed. I was not happy with where I was. And at 20 years old, having two dislocated knees, because that's a prior injury that I've had, and being so overweight and also having back pain, I couldn't see myself living another 10 years and still be in that same position. It was my body, I would say, was the symptom. That's how I viewed it. So the symptom was like, because I'm emotionally eating, because I'm eating irregularly. Those things, yeah, with my metabolism, it simply didn't work. But it was just, at a certain point, you have to make a choice. You cannot go back.
You don't want to stay in the same shit
No.
forever.
And I did it to even an extreme degree. And now I can say I'm proud of where I'm at. But when I started, I was not. Because not all my methods were perfect. So I'm not sitting here trying to pretend like this is how you should do it. No. I just saw it as, okay, it's either, sorry for the viewers, but this might sound dark, it's either I lose this weight or I take myself off the senses. I didn't want to be in that same position. And that was not because of people or because of my self-esteem, because of the environment, none of that.
Yeah,
Because-
it's a specific mindset.
Yeah.
It's like certain people, and you could also take this in wealth or finance or business, whatever.
every sense. Yeah.
It's like or either this or either that.
Yeah.
There is no in
Yeah.
between. There's
Yeah,
no
two
plan B.
choices.
Yeah, it's
No.
like
It's
plan A
100%
forever. I
on
need to do this, right?
Yeah.
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 Like this is it.
Yeah.
I either die or I either.
Yeah, it's one of the two. So, for me as well, excuses, I take that to a dangerous degree actually, but excuses doesn't exist.
They don't.
So, yeah, some people can say, oh, I have a headache today, I have this today. I had two dislocated knees. If I couldn't do squats, lift weights, I took myself to the beach, I swam for hours.
Yep.
No, I think I have a headache right now. So.
Bro, I even saw, like, if we're talking about social media, I once saw like videos coming in my feed of people who didn't even have like limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're
And they
literally,
still-
and they're literally in the gym
They're still-
telling you,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
go
yeah.
to the gym.
Exactly.
Like, what are you
There are
talking
no
about?
excuses to not go to the
Yeah,
gym.
exactly.
No.
It's just your own laziness, your own
It's your
mindset.
mind. It's
Yeah.
your mind. You've been attacked
Look.
by the system.
In the Matrix.
Well,
The
funny-
Matrix has literally got
funny
you.
story if we funny story if we talk about mindset and going to the gym. Dave and I literally experienced it
Yep.
because we didn't go to the gym and then we started to go to the gym and we felt all active when we went back to the office.
Yep.
And when we didn't go for like a week, we were like down, we were like tired, lazy. We didn't
Plays with
want
your
to.
emotions.
Yeah, we didn't want to do shit. But when we
Maybe
go to the
even
gym,
the best advice could be for the viewers, if you're like in this position where life just sucks,
Go
you
to
want to
the
get out
fucking
of it, literally just go to the gym for a year.
Yeah.
See how it all works out.
But okay. One thing I would say, don't attach your mindset to like, okay, this specific environment, I need to be in a gym. Because I
Oh,
went
yeah,
into
exactly.
almost like a monk mode. I didn't care where I was, in what position. If I can make some time to work out, that's what I did.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're like saying actually like don't see the gym as
No.
your holy ground.
No.
It's like you can gym even like in your studio, in
Everywhere.
your room, whatever.
Like, everyone chooses what they want to. Like I'm not a person that tells you no, you have to do this.
Yeah.
But if you want to do calisthenics, you can do it right here on the floor.
Just move your ass.
Just move.
literally
Just
move
get
your
your
ass. Like you can even go for a run.
Wake up
swim.
at
And the thing is, it doesn't. Okay, I lost weight. I never had a specific body goal, so to say, but I lost weight. But the biggest difference that I noticed is mentally.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly.
thing for me because, okay, if I'm physically active every single day, I'm letting neurons, everything fire up in my brain. So if you it's just like an example of a car. If you let the engine warm up first, it's gonna perform better.
Yep.
So if you get everything firing up there, if I'm lifting weights, there's massive amounts of pressure in here. Especially like David, when do you feel the most pressure? When you're there on the bench, having that weight that you have to get off your chest, or when you're sitting there on the desk? It's in the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, when you're sitting at the desk, everything is already fired up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is already lubed up. Every gear is already lubed up. So you're ready to go. It's not then that you have to, let me get myself out of there.
it already went on autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already in drive there. So for me, what I noticed from my weight loss journey, which I was 125, now I'm around 85. But
Muscled.
yes, all muscle.
Yeah.
But
By the way, we all talk with Jim West, but he has like the physique. By the way, just want to make sure. I mean, I look skinny and shit, but I go to the gym just for my mental.
For your mental health.
Exactly.
yeah,
So people should also like learn about like the body part is more like a bonus.
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
It's not just
That's why we said it's for your if you have like a shitty life, just go to the gym, like move, do something.
You know why? for me, it's good for your mental health. It's good for your body. It's good for your fitness. It has a lot of benefits. But
Yep.
the most important thing, I was someone, you realize there are some people, or like, let's say majority of people, when they start something, they never finish.
Yep.
And when you go to the gym,
Oh.
and when you see that's good, you ignore the feeling and just go to the gym. It teaches you a lesson to be consistent.
Yep.
And if you are consistent in whatever,
Discipline, consistency,
you will be successful.
turning your bad habits
Whatever.
into good habits.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If you're consistent playing the piano, playing the guitar,
Yep.
training, fighting,
Everything.
boxing, everything.
And people should also know in the beginning everything sucks. So when, like most people, right, in January
Of course.
especially, they enter the gym, they feel like the vibe, and it's like, meh, I don't feel like it, and then it's done. Especially with everything. That's with piano. That's with guitar, trading, even business. This is life, ladies and gentlemen. This is literally life. Like you start something, it sucks, and you're turning your bad habits into good habits, and then eventually it just goes. It's like you're entering in this moment of it fixes you.
Yeah.
And then eventually you don't even realize you're going to the gym. It's almost like brushing your teeth, right?
You build a habit.
Yeah, you don't even realize like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm trading 24/7. Do I need to go to bed? Do I need to go to eat? Like you even forget like I'm in the gym for 4 hours. There are people who are like,
You are building a habit. There's also a very, very interesting book that I read. I think a lot of people know this book. It's very popular. It's called Atomic Habits. There's something in it that I really like. 95% of your behavior is something that your unconscious mind controls. You don't
Yep.
think about it. Let me give you an example. You wake up, you go, you brush your teeth, you finish, you pick up your phone, you check your messages, you go to your car, you drive your car. This is everything that I talked about is controlled by your unconscious mind. So now, let's redo the scenario. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I go to the gym. Okay, and when I do that, now I exchange one habit with another. And now when I exchange it with another, you go to the gym and then say, okay, I will not pick up my phone. You won't sit for an hour just looking at the streets or something. You will do something in this hour.
exactly.
It could be reading a book, it could be meditating, it could be exercising, it could be whatever. So when you exchange this habit, then when we don't participate or you don't practice this habit, when you don't go to the gym, it feels off, man. It feels really off.
That's how I changed, especially my morning habit, because honestly said, I'm not a morning person, but it is a habit that most people have, and I have it on and off, but I try to keep it as off as possible. I wake up, majority of the world just looks at their phone.
Yeah. No.
I try to just do morning stretches because, okay, why am I gonna just start off with communicating, doing everything, and I'm just now awake? It's not, you don't also start your car immediately, go start driving. No, I have to like give myself some time, have my time with God, have my own spiritual time, have my own wake up time, because that is also precious.
Yeah.
How you start your day is how your day is also gonna end.
Exactly.
So if you start off active, that's okay. Everyone has their workout hours. I like every single hour, like morning, midday, or at night.
yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Push ups.
Oh yes, give me 50.
That's a sign, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
So if you start off your day with an exercise, like even if you don't wake up, head in your car, get in the gym. If you wake up every morning, this is a habit that I got my brothers also involved in. I wake up, I do push-ups. It's just, and I don't even do counting. It's just go.
Let's just go, yeah.
Yeah, until I feel like, okay, my muscles are warm here. I've woken up my brain at least a bit more, and yeah, then it's go time.
So it's the habit of cold showers, the habit of waking up on 5:30.
Yeah,
I was really surprised today.
Tell
Bro.
us everything about cold
The
showers.
cold showers thing, that was something else.
Yeah.
That's really good. Like also waking up early, waking up at 5:30. You will never find successful person who doesn't wake up early.
Nope.
Let me share with you something that's really funny. Today I woke up at 5:30. I want to go for a run, play some basketball, just move my body. And then when I was about to pick up my phone, I see a message from David. Good morning, guys. Danny, which is not here.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. And the whole group
Yeah, legit.
was awake.
Exactly.
And I think-
woke up at 10. Excuse me.
To say that's why we win, because it's a competition. That's why we win, because we managed to wake up early. We can find our unconscious mind, which is controlling us through everything. You fight it, you wake up, you exercise, you take cold shower, and then you're ready for
It's
it.
all in the small details.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you wake up, what do? Do you just throw the blanket out and just went out? No. What I do is when I get out of bed, I put my blanket back in place. So my bed is
make
nice.
your bed,
And I
yeah.
go, make your bed. It's like the simple things you do.
It's more
And life is
Just
literally
the
just
simple
like,
things
and
makes a
the
big
thing is,
difference.
by the way, in this podcast, like do you all recognize we're talking about things that a lot of people actually always say. Like most of the viewers, they probably heard about this multiple times, especially the ones who scroll a lot. So we're not talking about revolutionizing success secrets or
No, of
whatever.
course not.
No.
I think a lot of people should realize that it is those basic things.
Yeah.
Life isn't that complicated. There is no secret. You don't have to even read books if you want to go wealthy. It's literally simple things.
Simple things makes the big difference.
Gym, making your bed up, drinking well, like drink water only, spring water
And it may
preferably.
start small,
And
but little is much when God is in it.
Hey, preach.
also have a good support system, I would say.
Exactly. Of course, there comes a moment in time when you have to look around and be like, what is my surroundings? What are my friends? But those are again things that a lot of people already know. Like if you just sit down and count your friends, you can probably realize like, okay, my environment is either toxic. This could even be your mother, your father, whatever, your brothers, your sisters, or these can be your friends.
Yeah.
Now we don't say like, okay, neglect them completely. Talk with them. You can even talk to them. You don't have to go ghost mode where everyone is like, oh, you have to ride solo. Nah, fam. If you're gonna ride solo, it's gonna be fast. If you ride with your team, you're gonna be forever.
Exactly. It's very important. Like it's always a group of men. And
Build
wars
a
and
brotherhood,
everything.
yeah. And if people are wondering, well, where do I find them? Just go to the gym, and you will maybe find there your brother.
Of course.
It begins in your mind. When you change your mind.
Yeah, the attitude is
What have gathered us, you think?
exactly.
Mindset, goals, ambitions. Otherwise, I wouldn't know you,
Exactly.
guys. So we have the same goals. We have the
started
same
with
standards.
that.
Yeah, me and you, me and Joy, we work together. We haven't spoken to each other for 6 months or something.
Yeah.
We didn't give a shit about each other.
Yeah.
And then like, hey, he started talking. Hey, you do this. He has small business. Okay, I was planning to do something with social media, creating content, and then, okay, we are the same.
Yep.
And that's how you find your people. When you change your mind, when you control this.
Yeah, and then you
mind.
realize, oh, this is like
This is
in
someone I could talk
exactly
to.
in your journey as well. When you're like walking, you're doing stuff. People come like it's something that happens.
It's energy.
Now you can talk about, oh, is this random? Is this luck? Is this God's creation? Like you can all wonder and think whatever you like to think. But I don't believe in coincidences.
No,
Not
I-
anymore. I believe that, but I don't believe that anymore.
It's not a coincidence. No,
Also
you make your.
Did I make a grammar?
You
As you all know, I'm an English tutor, so
Yeah.
I tend to have
He's
OCD
correcting
in
me
it.
like 24/7.
Oh yes.
the biggest compliment that I ever had was that or one of the biggest compliments. Besides the compliments you
course.
guys give me, but it
Yeah,
was
we
the
were
same,
always lifting each other up.
It was the same place we were working at, Lees. And there was this one person, which is now a dear friend of mine as well, who said there's something about you. You're so at yourself. You're not giving a shit about like your surroundings. You're just doing your thing here, and then you go away. You're not like talking with all gossip with everyone. I was like, no, but this is what I'm not here for you like you guys. I'm here for myself.
Exactly.
And that's the whole
why-
thing. That's what people actually should do. What might be better.
Exactly.
Don't do it for everyone else. Do it for yourself. You're at a certain place for yourself, not for what everybody thinks of you. Not for the gossip, not for the fun, not for.
Well, okay. One one thing that I see so often, I will give an example. When we go to the gym, when I'm about to start working out, I'm locked in. I don't care about who's around me, what's happening.
Even if
Doesn't
the
matter.
music is on or off.
Yeah, I'm just working out.
nobody cares. Legit.
But what I noticed when I first entered is that, let's be honest here, so many people dress up to go to the gym, and
Yeah, it's like
Just to impress.
dress to impress. And don't get me wrong. Yes, dressing is part of your mindset. That is
yeah, looking
also helps
good.
improve.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Do it for yourself.
exactly, when I go to the gym, sometimes they can even tell you I come in the most random stuff. It's because I don't even care what I have on in that moment. I only
You can even go naked there, like
Yeah.
just let me train. Like, fuck off, everyone.
recommend a home gym for that, but
Private gym.
yeah.
Okay.
But when you go to the gym, that's your own personal work. Your environment, what you're dressed in, none of that actually matters. But if you want to have there's different dynamics when it comes to the brotherhood. This brother of mine always dresses well.
Yeah, he always looks good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
they're
this
always
guy is
dressed.
like-
I literally never experienced
don't
a
make me
day.
shock in that.
Never experienced a day, by the way, legit, when he has not done his hair.
Nope.
Never.
Which is definitely a good thing. But if you're doing it simply because of society, because of your environment, I like to use this quote: if you live for the cheers, you will die by the booze.
Exactly.
So if you're doing it for yourself, perfect. That is also something for a long time I questioned if it was for other people, but it is part of self-care.
Yeah,
That's
it's
also
like,
I'm
it's
learning
like
from.
yeah, it's like I told you. Like I'm not doing it for anyone else to look
No.
good. I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
When I walk out the door, I want to look good for myself.
You know, we have multiple, we
yeah,
ask
yeah.
him a lot of times, like, teach us, like, when, like, the self-care moment.
It's
And
like when you look good, then you're confident, and then you
Feel
can walk
good.
outside. I'm looking good.
like the
That's okay.
moment
I'm feeling
you
good.
go out from
Yeah.
the haircut, for example.
Yeah.
You feel fresh, right?
I feel fresh. I feel fresh.
Oh, like I can
today.
conquer the whole world, like
Good,
legit.
So it's to
I'm
summarize
like, let me go
this,
home.
Yeah.
to summarize what we talked about. Look good, exercise, small habits,
Yep.
and just begin with the small habits
Yeah.
and try to make your life better.
And
Yeah.
take
You
care
lift
of
it up
yourself.
better, and then you can begin. Before starting business, fix your stuff.
Yeah.
Fix your stuff. Go to the gym. We always say that. Everyone says that. It's really that important that everyone is saying that.
Yeah.
And what you also, like, not necessarily go to the gym, just move your
Just
ass.
move your ass.
If
like,
it's even running around outside, even if it's raining, snowing, storms, whatever.
just ignore the feelings.
Yeah,
Just do
just
it.
live.
Yeah, just
then.
live. Just have a
Experience
good time.
life. You
Yeah.
can be happy forever.
Meditate. No music. Just go out in the nature. Go to the gym,
Experience
just
something that is hard as well.
something that's
Yeah,
natural.
exactly.
That's gonna change your mental barrier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this is something I want to end this podcast with.
It was an honor.
It was really fun talking to you guys.
It's an honor.
It was fun to you guys as well.
I
I don't know you guys yet, but we're building this community.
Yeah.
Keep on track. Keep
I'd love to
following
see your comments.
us. That's gonna be hilarious.
Look at these guys.
This is the end of this episode for Monovizi. I hope you enjoyed, guys. We will be discussing a lot of more topics, more interesting topics. I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And thank you. I'll meet you at the next episode.
Take care.
See ya.
Take care.